To the Locker Room Talk. I'm Henry Abbott here with my co-host Bodhi Taft and Aman Akhtar. We're going to recap what happened in the All-Star Game and the Home Run Derby. Number one person in the Home Run Derby to start was Wilson Contreras, who I thought really just set the tone with everything. I was kind of surprised by it. Bodhi, what do you think he could have done better, and were you really surprised by Wilson Contreras in the first round?
I was surprised. I mean, 490 with a home run is really impressive. The fact they make the second round too, I was really impressed with that. I mean, I know last episode we were like, oh, he's not going to do well. He's going to get ejected. Anthony, who's not here, unfortunately, is on vacation. He saying, oh, he's going to get ejected. He didn't get ejected. I mean, he probably, if he missed the ball on a, he probably would have got ejected, but he made a second round. Unfortunately, lost to Kyle Schwarber, who is Anthony's favorite player, which is funny. Schwarber, obviously second, but we'll talk about that later.
Aman, were you surprised by his performance at all?
Slightly. I mean, like I said last time, I thought that it really could be anybody. It didn't really look like, how many home runs you have in the regular season really affects how well you do in the Derby, and that was kind of put on display there.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect from him because he's not known as a power hitter or like a really good hitter because this is the first year he's really broken out and he really just set the tone fair and we didn't know what to expect the rest of the home run derby with the seven participants. But the person who was second, who ended up winning the whole thing, Jordan Walker, in the first round, I didn't feel too good about his performance, but I mean, what happened after with the other people? I mean, he was second overall, really. So, Bodie, what did you think you there was to expect from Jordan Walker in the first
I
round?
think he's known as a power hitter, and I think just the fact that he's going second and he has that one person to go there helps him to like reach like what's like who like what the potential of everyone's going to beat. I mean, you have to get top was it top four, and there's eight participants. I mean, they set the standard, and I think Jordan Walker really proved that. He's like, oh, I'm gonna hit. How many did he have in the first round? 11 or
He had
12?
no, he had
13.
13, but he
13.
was gonna lose because of the tiebreaker rules, which I think is it's not a good rule at all.
No, it should be the people that are tiebreakers should be each have three swings, and it depends on if they hit home runs or not, like they did at the end of All-Star game last year. But I'm really
Yeah.
impressed with Jordan Walker and how he did.
Amon, did you expect anything different from what Jordan Walker put up in the first round?
Um, when I think Jordan Walker, I've been thinking of his fielding. I was looking at his fielding stats that day when we did our first episode, but to see how he does like offensively is just amazing. And I think he was the most dominant. I mean, throughout the entire time. I mean, the confidence that he showed up there. I There was not a point where I was questioning if Jordan Walker was going to move on to the next round.
Yeah, but being a Cardinals fan, I didn't think he was going to do it because I'm not the most positive fan. And I didn't know it was a top four advance. I thought it was you go head to head with someone, and then they changed that rule. And then in the second round, it was you go head to head with somebody. But I mean, I kind of like the top four advance, but when I first saw it, I didn't like it. Did you guys like that rule change at all that they changed this year?
I like that person. I think it actually adds to like what the standard is, like who the best is, because they got 20 swings to prove how many home runs you can hit in those 20 swings. That proves how good of a player you could be with that type of pressure, with the standards that are being set as you go along. Say you're the last person, you're gonna have a standard to hit a certain much, like Bryce Harper did, and unfortunately he didn't get that. But obviously you're gonna have that standard, the pressure, and it proves how much of a good player you are.
Yeah, but I think I don't remember exactly who went third in it. So we're just gonna go out of. I think it was Jack Caglione, right?
It was
Yeah.
he.
Jack Caglione. I picked him as my sleeper. He couldn't do anything, but he did show some power. I don't think he's ever gonna be in the event again. But I mean, it was kind of nice to see him swing. Do you guys really expect anything else from him?
Nope.
Nah.
I didn't have him super high up on my board, and yeah, I mean, he finished seventh, and I think that's about where I expected him.
Yeah, same. I didn't expect them to make a big impact Monday night, but yeah.
Who finished last again, Bodie?
And it's okay. Everyone has off nights, especially Yankees
Yeah.
during the home run derby, especially Jazz Chisholm. But but
Three homers a year ago.
yeah, we the Ben Rice is way better player than he showed out. I mean, as a Yankee fan, obviously with pinstripes on, but he's way better of a player than it ended up seeming. I promise you
Yeah.
that. And I think if he does another one, he could definitely place top four, and he will advance to the second round. I feel it's just getting new, and his dad probably had nerves pitching it to him.
Yep, excuses. But Next Murakami ended up going fourth, had 9 homers, got eliminated. I mean, he was coming off the IL, so I didn't know if I was supposed to expect 16 homers, 500 feet, or like 5 homers that were like 390. So I didn't know what to expect from him. He put up 10 homers, went kind of mid, kind of bad for Munek Murakami being a power hitter. Bodie, I forgot where you had him in your place. Where did you have him?
Um, I'm going to the finals, but also I was thinking about
Oh my
later
God.
after I
That's a
had the paper. I just grabbed the paper. I was looking. I was thinking afterwards. Like I wrote this like during the podcast, but I had it thinking afterwards. I'm like, he's coming off the IL. He's not going to do like the best. He's going to be a little rusty, and that's what he definitely showed. So it was definitely a change.
yeah. Amon, you had him going pretty far too, I think.
Mhm. I had him. I thought that there was. Well, the other thing is that I was unaware of the new format that they were gonna do this top four.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
thought
know
that
that
he
either.
was. I had him going to the second round, but had you told me that it was a top four thing, maybe. And with the 20 swings, I thought adding everything in now. Of course, it's gonna sound biased now that I know that he's not advancing. I can't give like a proper prediction, but I don't think that he would have advanced had I known that.
Yeah, and fifth, the biggest disappointment of the night, Ben Rice.
Oh, we
I
just covered him.
Yeah, we did, but I want to cover him more just for your pain.
Ah,
So,
hey,
um, I
it
mean, I don't like
Cody
the
Bellinger won
Yankees.
MVP.
Yeah, I don't like the Yankees, but I did think Ben Rice was going to at least make the second round. But I mean, what do you have? 7 homers, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
The least, the
Yeah.
least. I
least
mean, he didn't even get eight to like tie with the other guys. I mean, he's a joke. Like his team
what
shouldn't be in the Derby. I don't want to see him in the
Yeah.
All Star events ever again in my life.
29 home runs, 29
Yeah.
home runs, third in MLB. By the
hmm
way,
Oh wait, but who's first?
you were
Kyle
on
Schwarber.
Alvarez.
Oh, I
Oh,
meant AL.
Schwarber. I think Schwarber is first. Schwarber is.
Yep.
I meant AL, but
Yeah, somebody told me Kyle Schwarber was the most valuable player in baseball the other day. But
I don't think
he
that's true.
he was a bit of a disappointment in the first round too, but we'll get to that. But he did end up advancing. So after Ben Rice, it was Junior Caminero who did fairly
Good.
well. He didn't really do anything too special, but nothing too bad.
RIP to his pinky. Obviously, for the All Star
yeah.
game in
Yeah,
general.
that guy Riley O'Brien is the worst closer. He's not the worst closer, but he's not the best closer in the MLB. I
Wait,
still
is
love
he a
him though.
Cardinal? Right?
Yeah. I mean, the most popular thing from the All-Star game was the AI video of him rushing the mound on Riley O'Brien, who has like a 4 ERA and then as a closer. But
Oh my God.
Amon, I think you had Junior Caminero going just exactly where he went, right?
Yep. I had him getting to just about that spot. Didn't expect more than that. And when you talk about the pinky thing, it's funny because I feel like we jinxed him. We were literally talking about like why would somebody not want to go? Like you're not going to get injured, you're not going to get hurt, and then
Mm.
we spoke it into existence.
Yeah. And then his replacement, Miguel Vargas, hit a homer, but he did fairly well. I think he had 12 in the first round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then after Junior Caminero was the Phillies star Kyle Schwarber, who, as we know, got to the final. He was our pick for all of us to win it, even me being a Cardinals fan. Um, he did well. It's just you can't beat Jordan Walker when he's like, he's Jordan Walker.
When he's high.
Man, let me tell you, he got close. I mean, it was 11-6, and I'm like, yep, there we go. Like we're
Six
gonna cap it
consecutive
out.
home runs.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was insane. That was insane. I was in my head. I was about to like text a group chat, like, boys, we got it right. We're gonna celebrate on the second episode,
And
and then things went downhill from there.
They didn't
Henry's
go.
really
No,
happy.
I don't think they went downhill. I think they went uphill, in my opinion. But
Okay, coming from a Cardinals fan, but for the rest of us, it was miserable.
yeah, I don't know Jordan Walker as a clutch player. I was scared that was one of his weaknesses in his game because he doesn't really have another weakness besides that and striking out too often. But I mean, he clearly is clutch when he's in one of the most hostile stadiums in sports with the meanest fans besides the Yankees. And just like being down five swings to the best power hitter in baseball and coming back, that's just mind blowing. But besides Kyle Schwarber, on to I think the second biggest disappointment besides Ben Rice, Bryce Harper, the other first baseman in it, didn't play
Yeah.
well. I think he's on. This sounds a little crazy. I think he's going to go downhill in his career in the next 5 years. I think he will not be starting at first base in 3 years.
Yeah, I think his age is catching up to him a lot, but against Bryce Harper, I think once they hit the playoffs, like get closer to the playoffs, I think he'll catch his groove. But looking at his home run derby performance, it's a little underwhelming, I'd say. A little underwhelming. I mean, it's a home stadium. You play there half the year. I mean, it's your home. You live close by. You have the extra rest for not traveling, but not even making the second round. I mean, you had to beat out Schwarber, who's your teammate, unfortunately, but it's sad to see Harper not making the second round.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I'd say I agree. Just and he kind of let me down. I mean, I had him going very far. I had him going up there with Schwarber, but I think I mean it was close. It was close. He had eight to get there. I mean, at least a tie for fourth. He would have needed 10. Between him and Murakami, I mean, he got close. He wasn't able to do it. Thought that that was a pretty big disappointment.
yeah, all right. On to the second round. We had Contreras versus Schwarber. I would have
Yeah,
loved
that
I would have loved to see Contreras win because he would have made sure the fans knew who he was. But then there was Caminero versus Walker, which wasn't even a competition because I think Walker hit it with like 7 swings or 5 swings to go.
it was early.
Yeah,
He hit those
Junior
home runs
Caminero was
quickly, and
bad.
they quickly dismantled Caminero really quickly.
Yeah, he did. But the Schwarber versus Contreras wasn't that big of a fight either. So I don't really think there's much to discuss there, just besides one guy being much better than the other in both of them. And on to the final. Been waiting for this all week to talk about it. Kyle Schwarber versus Jordan Walker. We saw Schwarber go first. He had a great round. He had 11 homers, 15 swings. Just great. And then Jordan Walker, 6 homers, 7 homers, I think, with like 1 swing to go. Boom, hits one. Boom, hits two. Boom, hits three. Boom, hits four. Hits the fifth one. They started booing him, and then you know what he says? You don't boo nobodies. I mean, just proving why he's one of the most clutch players in baseball. But I know how
Just wait
surprised
till the
you were.
postseason. Wait till
Okay,
the postseason.
they're not making the postseason.
Yeah, so we'll never find out if he's truly clutch.
Yeah, but Bodhi, what did you think when he was only had 1 swing left and he was like 4 or 5 homers down?
I was sitting on the couch thinking, wow, imagine he comes back, which exactly what he did. I was thinking, you know what? I was thinking about how funny you'd react when he if he came back, since you're a Cardinals fan and you love glazing, and you're like, I'm like, you must be so excited. But honestly, I'm like, after a couple, I was going crazy after he was like two away. I'm like, wow, he might actually do this. And then when he
Yeah,
hit that last one, it was a bomb. The last one was a bomb, and he knew it was a home run too. I think me watching, I was going crazy. My dad's looking up at me like, "Wait, what the hell happened?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he just came down from being down like six, which is
yeah.
crazy."
That was arguably, I don't think I can name a better home run derby than that in my lifetime, but I'm not that old. I'm only like 12 years. So, just watching that, it was surreal. His parents coming onto the field, that had to be a dream come true for him. and he got paid more money to win that All-Star game than is on his contract. Amon, was there anything you really took away from that you didn't know?
I mean, I thought it was. I was happy for Cardinals fans like you. I don't know. I thought that having a guy like Walker this time instead of, I mean, you talk about not watching derbies. It's fun to not see
Chaz
like
Chisholm.
Yeah,
I
we
was
know.
gonna say I was gonna say guys like Pete Alonso winning year after year. I mean, it was kind of fun at first, and then it gets old. So to see a newer guy like Jordan, I mean, not in the league, but a new face like Jordan Walker in the Derby, it was fun, and especially the thrill of. I thought that the Derby actually wasn't that thrilling to begin with. I didn't like the 20 pitch
Mhm.
format. I I mean, it was good to if you're taking raw talent of home run hitting, but there's just something about watching that timer run down and seeing them like, oh, I gotta hurry up. That was kind of fun. And so to see the clutchness of Walker to hit six in a row, you wouldn't. I guarantee you, with a clock, you wouldn't to get had that same outcome. I don't think he would have hit six consecutive if he had the clock. So
Yeah, but
I think it did justice. I think it did justice to the new format. I'm a fan of
thing
the new
is,
format now, and being the first Cardinal to ever win the Derby, so that was very cool to see.
yeah, the thing is, I think he would get more pitches with the clock, right?
I
So,
think so. I think so.
but the thing
But
is,
at the
you don't
same
know
time,
how
he's
many
hacking.
Schwarber's gonna hit. So
Right.
that's
Right.
another factor. There's
Right.
just so many factors if you have a new format. Okay, I think that's really all that we need to recap for the home run derby. And on to one of the most boring games I've watched of All
Oh, that
Stars.
was that was
That
really
was a
boring after
snooze
the third.
fest.
Horrible.
After the third inning, it was really
Yeah,
boring.
like a 0-0 soccer tie.
Yeah.
But 4-0 the AL beat the NL, which is surprising because we all know the AL is much worse than the NL.
Record wise, it's much worse.
Yeah, but
But
talent wise it's up there.
yeah,
But
I
the
mean, yeah.
so in the first inning, the AL they really got on Christopher Sanchez, which I it was hard to watch that when Christopher Sanchez in his home crowd just gives up 3 runs and is really the main reason why the NL lost that game.
Hi,
And we
Yankees.
saw 2 Yankees driving a run. Only good thing they did in the All-Star break.
All
Um,
right. What
I'm
did the
kidding.
Dodgers do in the All-Star break? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. Oh my. But it was 3-0. That's really all you needed to know in the game. But the AL, they're pitching. Dylan Cease comes out in the first inning, strikes
Three
out
strikeouts.
3. Then you have Parker Messick coming in. You just have Micah Wacha. You have so many just really good starters who just got through that game, did a bunch of stuff. Joe Ryan, Nick Martinez, you had Drew Rosman, Aroldis Chapman, who I know you like, Bodie Taft. Um, and yeah, I think the AL really did perfect in everything but hitting. Amon, do you really have anything that to take away from this?
No, I mean, just in recaps, finally the Yankees did something. Very refreshing to see
But
after
did
the absolute disgrace of Ben Rice's attempt at what he calls a home run
Absolute
derby.
disgrace.
Yeah, it was a disgrace. But no, it was
better
good to
than
see
Jazz?
Bellinger get the
Yeah.
good offensive performance, good hitting, All Star MVP, yada yada yada. I'm not a big Cody Bellinger fan. I think he
Yeah.
was a very salty loser. I think he doesn't handle losing very well, and
You
it's
mean you
sad because
mean
he does a lot of
cheating?
that.
Cheating? 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 Cheating?
Oh
No.
yeah.
I mean,
No,
I mean,
I
I'd just
who
think
call it
beat
losing. I'd
who
call it
beat you
losing.
guys in the World Series when you guys
I'd
were
call it
cheating?
choking to the
Like,
underdogs in 7 games.
I
Everybody was
call it
cheating. Everybody was doing it.
I mean, but did they have a monitor like in the clubhouse and the
Arguably worse. I think they were the ones
trash
using
can
Apple
banging?
Watches or something. They were using all sorts of stuff. Okay, at least the Astros were doing it
Mm.
in Texas style with trash cans.
Yeah, no. That's
If you're gonna cheat, at least win.
yeah. But um Jordan Alvarez I don't. He didn't play too well. Just one.
Yeah,
No,
a whole lot
he
of
did
nothing.
okay. He did. He had one
He,
hit.
he, he had one
Oh,
of the hits.
he had
He was
one
one of the
hit.
people that got driven in by Cody Bellinger.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Early on, I
Uh,
watched
Personally,
that one.
I think the MVP could have gone to Miguel Vargas when he hit the homer. He was really the
the
only
game was
exciting
already
thing.
over though. The game was
Yeah,
already.
but the thing is, Bellinger and Rice, they both, or it was Bellinger, yeah, Bellinger and Rice did the same thing. So you could give the MVP to either of them. But
Well,
Miguel Vargas hit a homer. So I don't really know how you would determine that. I know the game's over, but with the NL and you have all those stars like Ivan Herrera, I think the NL could really come back at any point, but when
Yeah, I
you
think they
end
got a
up
bit
putting in Mason Miller and Joe Honduran, it's kind of tough to be able to come back. So
right, and I think they got a bit of stage fright with the reserves and trying to hand that to a reserve. So I'm pretty sure that's why. Otherwise, I agree with you completely.
yeah.
yeah, but it was good to see Riley O'Brien actually not give up a run for once. Besides when he hit Junior Caminero, as we all know, that was tough to see. But I'm happy with his performance because I know he's not the best closer. He's very streaky sometimes. I think what's his face? Jordan Alvarez was the only Astro in the All-Star
Yeah.
game, I think, right?
What happened to Altuve?
Yes,
He's
Did he
batting
do
like
stuff?
230 right now, I think, which
Oh,
is
he
no
sucked.
trash cans.
no comment.
Yeah, but um I was kind of surprised they only put up one game the night after with the Mets and the Phillies.
Yeah, I was hoping to a little baseball going on, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I
I was
checked the
hoping.
schedule. I was like, damn,
Yeah, I
we're
was hoping
disappointed.
there
Exactly.
would have been better matchups. Like you put the
Like you
Mets
have
against
the
the
Mets,
Phillies.
literally at the Mets, the
I
little
think,
Mets
yeah,
trash cans.
it had to be the pregame schedules because everyone thought the Mets would have been top of their division playoff team against the Phillies. But the Dodgers and the Yankees was on the other night. That was a very
Those
good game.
those 2-1, and
It was
then we decide not to take Garrett Cole out, and then he gives up was it probably a 2-run homer to Max
Garrett
Muncy, I
Cole's a
believe.
cheater too, right? The spider
No,
type.
no,
I heard that. I heard that he got something with sticky stuff. No, yeah, you're
Yeah, I heard that
smiling.
too.
You know what he did.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
yeah,
fine.
definitely.
there was two players
He's
in the
also
There
on
was
the
definitely some in
Astros
there.
team.
No, there
He's
was
also on the
something there.
Astros team, by the
Yeah,
way.
well, he wasn't cheating. He wasn't cheating on that year.
No.
I love being a Cardinals fan and just not having anyone on our team be cheaters.
Well, you guys haven't been good in forever. Maybe you should
We
try
haven't
Yeah,
been
cheating.
good in forever. We have
I'd
11
like
World
to look at
Series.
this ring. Thanks.
We have 11 World Series. How many
When
do the
was your
Astros
last
have?
ring?
2011. When was
Henry,
the
you weren't
Yankees'
born in
last ring?
2011.
Yeah,
So
I was
when
about
was
to
the
say
Yankees' last ring?
2009.
Yeah, 2009, 2011. Which
Yeah,
one's
but
closer to 2026? Hmm?
well, the Yankees are gonna win in 2026. That's the difference.
They're not. You guys
Hmm.
are the
You,
Cowboys of baseball.
no, we will. We're gonna trade for
Hmm
Hunter Goodman and Mason Miller.
Hunter Goodman, no. You guys just take
Hunter,
all the Rockies' good talent.
yeah, we do. That's why we have Ryan McMahon.
Yeah, he's not very good though.
No, he's not good at hitting, but he's good defensively.
Hmm.
Then another thing, now that we're done recapping the All-Star game and the
The trade
Derby,
deadline?
Oh
well, I was
yeah,
actually gonna say, oh, we could do that, but I was actually gonna say we are never gonna get this opportunity again, or at least not for another 4 years to talk about the World Cup final, which I think that we should probably
Yeah.
talk about.
we should talk about.
I've been getting into soccer. I've been a fan for like 3 weeks now, like every other American, but
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to start watching more of it. I've become a Chelsea fan because it's the only team I could possibly get tickets to in the Premier League. So I'm going to watch them more, but I think in the Spain Argentina game, Spain, they control everyone. Argentina, they're uncontrollable. They have the second greatest player of all time who can really do anything under the 10-minute mark.
second,
Yes.
you're not saying Messi's
It's.
a
I
goat?
mean, no, he's not. Who has more goals? That's all I want to say. Who has more Champions Leagues? Like
I don't
Messi,
know.
he's good. He's a better passer. He's a better dribbler, but he's
He
not a
has a
better
World Cup
defender.
though.
Yeah. Did
That's
Ronaldo
the
have
biggest.
Julian Alvarez? Did Ronaldo have a top five striker in the world? No, he has Bruno Fernandes, the best playmaker in the world, who didn't show up at all in the World Cup. Nobody on that Portugal team really showed up. Ronaldo, he didn't show up too much, but he's 43. I don't know which one to expect. He's not LeBron. The only really good player on that team was Neves and the goalie. So, but on Argentina, I think everyone's been performing, especially the refs for them. I mean, they've just been performing
Wow.
every game.
Yeah, I mean,
Aman,
mhm, Argentina's scraped it out alive here.
I like the
Um,
Chiefs.
yeah,
ex-
they're
exactly. A lot of people are making that comparison that they're like the Chiefs, and it's funny because they played an Arrowhead, and I think that's what did a lot to that narrative that they're kind of like the Chiefs. They played an Arrowhead, they celebrated like they were an Arrowhead. They turned Arrowhead blue. It was really it looked illegal. Um, Yeah, I mean, that looked
The
horrible.
Bills are taking
It
over.
was I really hate that Argentinian blue.
I
No
mean,
disrespect to
Yeah.
the country, no disrespect to the people.
Yeah.
I just really don't like that color and to see
hey,
it
Argentina, they've got
packed in a
great steak.
stadium.
By the way, the third place game was today.
Yeah,
Oh my
that was
goodness.
fun to watch.
It
That
was 6-4. I didn't even I forgot it was on. I was
I was
busy.
I was really only rooting for Mbappe to score more goals than Messi because he scored two. It's gonna be
let me
tough to
tell
top.
you, let me tell you, if soccer continues to play games like that, where you have 10 goal games, soccer can be my main sport. I
Yeah.
mean, that was a beauty to watch. I saw you saw France go down four. What was it? Four? It was four,
Four
right?
zero at
You
halftime.
see them go down 4-0 at halftime. It's like, oh well, it's over. Like, maybe Mbappe tries to get his golden boot thing, but or maybe they sub out. No, France pushes in. They put Dembele in. They put the rest of the starters in. Uh,
Whoa, France pushes in.
Whoa, whoa.
refs can't call technical fouls on themselves, so we're gonna keep
Mm.
it pushing. Um, France subbed in Dembele, and then you had Mbappe score. And not just that,
Twice.
he twice, and he got an assist. So not only does he now have
The same amount of assists.
he's tied in the tiebreaker with Messi, but now he also has two goals on Messi, which we'll see what happens. Messi's actually had a decently scoring World Cup. I
Decent.
think
I mean, as a Messi hater, he's been, I think, top three player in this World Cup. I think him, Mbappe, and Bellingham have been up there.
goal wise for sure.
Yeah,
I do
Jude
think
Bellingham is produced as a star in this World Cup. He's been very
yeah,
good.
He's been a
we saw
star.
him
He's
score at
Two,
the end.
yeah, two goals today.
as
Right?
a midfielder. No, he had one goal, but he had
Oh,
two goals in the
my bad.
Norway game.
My bad. I was thinking about that. Someone had two today. I forgot.
As a
Checking the stats.
midfielder, yeah,
Yeah, I
but
mean
as a
you saw
midfielder
the
doing that, that's insane.
yeah, and then you saw the hat trick today. Three goals. That was
From Saka,
from Saka, man. Three
the
goals from
Arsenal.
Saka. He got the first one, got the second one. I knew he was gonna get the third one at that point. The defense kind
They didn't
of
care.
yeah.
They did
I
not
mean,
care.
It's a
and
third place game. I don't think anyone would care.
and I
They're playing
think
for pity.
and I'll say that I'd say England's cared a little more than France did. But then once they go up 4-0, I don't think they give a crap. But
Yeah.
yeah, final notes on the game, just amazing to watch. Just so fun to watch. I went to a watch party, good vibes, good atmosphere. I was rooting for Mbappe to get the golden boot.
Yeah, me too.
It's not set in stone yet, but who knows? It's a good chance it's gonna happen unless Messi gets two goals. Not saying that it's impossible, but I'm just saying it's a good chance that Mbappe is gonna get it. And then you also got to see the fans get the enjoyment of seeing Jude Bellingham one last time in this World Cup get a goal. So that was just amazing. You saw Harry Kane smiling from the sidelines. We don't know if we're going to see him again in a World Cup. It looks like we're not.
He's
You
what,
never know.
35?
Around that. I don't have
He
the
Yeah.
exact
could.
number, but he's definitely mid 30s towards the end of his career. But you see how Ronaldo. I mean, in 2022, we're like, oh, Ronaldo and Messi, this is it for them, and then they all both end up coming back. We
Yeah.
said the same thing for Neymar as well. They all kind of come back, maybe not as starters, but to be a sub in man, kind of like Neymar was this year. We'll see if he wants to do that to his legacy, but I thought it was a great third place game. Now on to the World Cup final, right?
Yep.
You've got
Tomorrow, MetLife Stadium.
exactly. It feels like if you took Rocky and made him fight Creed. That's
Yeah.
basically what it feels like right now. You've got Lamine Yamal. He's a teenager, right? I mean, not rising star,
I mean, he has,
superstar.
He's arguably the best player in the world. He's
yeah.
not, but
Yeah,
you
Well,
could
he's
make
not
an argument
playing like
for it.
that.
Yeah,
Well,
you
what
can
I've
make an
seen,
argument for him.
I'm not a big soccer person, but what I've seen as like his highlights over in Europe and stuff, he seems like a really good player. He's really good at handling with the ball. Like was it dribbling, right? I'm assuming
yes,
that's it. He's
dribbling.
dribbling with the ball, really good at maneuvering with it. I think if they create him a chance with the ball, I feel like Spain's gonna win. But there's one thing: as I live in New York, Henry lives in New Jersey. The air quality is horrible here. It is bad, and the
It's
World Cup
gotten it's gotten better today
it's
though.
gotten better, but it's just so foggy because the air qualities can be a big determiner in the game. I think.
Yeah, the I'm from Texas. The other weird thing is not just you guys. The air quality is that I forgot that MetLife is an open state. Or sorry,
No
FIFA.
door,
New York
no.
Stadium is an open
New York,
stadium.
New Jersey.
It's
Yeah, New
in
York.
East Rutherford, but
East
we'll say
Rust.
it's in New
What are
York.
they calling it? What are they
Yeah.
calling it? East
New York,
Rutherford
New
I think it's
Stadium.
the
Jersey.
Meadowlands.
It's in
That's
the
what it's called.
Meadowlands. It's New
Me-
York, New Jersey Stadium.
New York, New Jersey Stadium is open, which is such a weird thing to me because I mean, we're all retractable here in Houston. So it's very weird to I forgot about that. That actually might be a factor. I don't know if
Yeah.
well,
The
let's say
humidity.
Argentina probably deals with that with quality issues in the air. I don't know if Spain deals with too much of that, but we'll see how that affects them. I don't think it makes a huge difference. We've seen these guys play in Mexico City before, where
The Azteca.
the
Oh my god.
where the elevation is higher than Denver. I don't know if you guys knew that.
It is.
I knew I
Wow.
knew it was high. I
Yes,
didn't know it was that high.
it is higher than Denver in Mexico City. So thin air up there. We'll see how it affects. I don't think it's gonna be a lot, given that it's not something that you could really get used to. So I think it affects both sides. I think we see some sloppier play, but maybe the adrenaline of playing in the World Cup final makes up for that. Um, Messi, all about Messi. Can he go back to back?
FIFA's golden boy.
He is FIFA's golden boy, and we'll see how that plays out.
All right, final predictions. Who do you guys think will win the World Cup final tomorrow?
So I'll go first. I want Spain to win so badly. I mean, I want Spain to win more than my favorite team to win like the Super Bowl or something. But I mean, I think Spain, I could see them winning 1-0 with a quick little goal in the beginning, but I think it's going to end 2-1. It goes to extra time. I think Messi scores the winner in the 119th minute, sadly, because
Oh
that's
my
what FIFA's
goodness.
got scripted.
Oh my goodness. I think my heart would fall out.
I would drop on my knees and cry in front of the TV.
Oh my goodness. Well, I was on point with you 2-1 until you started talking about Messi winning in extra time. I've got Spain winning it 2-1. They've allowed
Hmm.
one goal in the World Cup. It
Yes.
was a pity goal to
Yeah,
Belgium.
it wasn't even intentional, too.
It was a pity goal to Belgium. Spain's defense has been exquisite. And Argentina scraped their way here. They barely beat Cabo Verde, given, Cabo Verde's goalkeeper went bonkers out of nowhere, gained millions of followers.
Bozinha. Oh,
He had like a
Bozinha.
lot. I think it was like 20 million or
He
something. It
has
was
20
It
crazy.
million
was
and he started the tournament
insane.
with 20K.
It was insane.
Like
But again,
the
as one
crazy
man
increase.
on an 11-man roster, you're telling me Argentina, one of the greats, can't easily defeat them? And they barely scraped it out. Then they end up playing a couple more games. One goes to, oh, obviously you have the Egypt game. I, I would not like to talk about that right now. We'll save it for another day. Just know that that was rigged,
I
like
think
everyone
everyone knows it
does.
was rigged.
Everyone knows it was
Yeah.
rigged. Then you go to extra time. You barely beat Switzerland. I mean, are you kidding me?
The Swiss?
Yeah.
Switzerland?
The Swiss
I
And
think
team.
if you put Colombia in that game, I like Colombia. They were like my fifth favorite team coming in.
yeah, I also like
Yeah,
Colombia. I also
but
like Colombia. I think
I think
penalties
they
screw
could
them
have put up
over.
a fight because we've seen them put up a fight in the Copa Americas, but they didn't beat Switzerland. They just didn't play well, missed a lot of chances in that one. But Argentina, they've had pretty much almost extra time in every game, or they've scored in the 90th minute to win it in every
I
single
mean,
game they played.
though people are saying that Messi in the World Cup is better for the game, I disagree. I think more people want to see England in the World Cup. I mean,
I'd rather
it
see
feels like
England personally.
It's coming home.
Yeah,
Jude.
I mean, the best revenge of 1776 would, or technically
Winning it
1782,
on our
would
turf.
be winning on our own turf where we couldn't and we got bounced out by Belgium. It would
That
be
Right,
a little sweet revenge for England.
right, exactly. And I think who doesn't want to see Jude Bellingham and Saka and Kane
yeah.
playing a World Cup?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all three of them are hungry. Everybody's hungry. If anything, Messi. Not to say that Messi doesn't play like he's hungry, but Messi's won it.
Mm.
We saw it last World
He
Cup.
doesn't deserve it.
I
He doesn't
exactly.
deserve it.
I don't want to see back to back. We
He's
can
playing
No,
like
nobody wants to see
Alexander
that.
Ovechkin out there. I mean, he looks old.
exact.
Mm.
Mhm. And I think like Jamal's hungry. I think he's very young. I think
Yeah.
when you're that young and you're there, it might be a sense of gratitude that oh, like first chance. I don't think he realizes. I wonder if Lamine Yamal realizes just how large of an opportunity this is, and that though it's crazy to say that judging that he's so young, but this could be the last time we ever see him in the World Cup final.
Yeah. I don't think he's hit his prime yet. I think in 5 years, I
Right,
think
Well,
and
he's
he'll be
gonna be.
24. He'll be 24 at that time.
Yeah, that's perfect chance to be in your prime because we know
but
gonna have
you
to make
see
another
the
connection.
He's
mhm,
Jordan Walker. He's
and you see the
23.
oh yeah.
He's in his prime, so you could see a lot of stuff from Lamine Yamal. The thing is, who's refing the game? That's all I'm gonna ask. Cause like we all know that Argentina, they're like the Chiefs. They come back, they have the refs on their side. Who's refing that game? If
Yeah.
we know who's
The
refing
only
it,
way to take down cheaters is with a dominant force, and that dominant force
yeah,
what
and
for the
hide all
Chiefs
trash
was the
cans.
Eagles. Was the Eagles. Well, I think Messi's kryptonite and Argentina's kryptonite, their equals will be Spain, and the way their defense been playing. I think how Amon had brought up they've only allowed one goal. It was basically a pity goal. I think that's a huge factor. I mean, I love that stat. I've been talking that to all my friends and stuff, how they've only allowed one goal before they scored that one. I'm like, oh, they got zero, which is so impressive. I think that's gonna be a major factor in tomorrow, and I think Spain wins.
Yeah,
Right,
but the thing
completely
is,
agree.
the thing is, bottom 10 minutes of the game, 85th to 95th minute. You gotta change up your whole game plan
Yeah.
against Argentina when it gets there. Because when you have Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea's midfielder, great player, don't like him on Argentina. You have Messi, you have Julian Alvarez, you have A. McAllister. You have so many people who can just score. And another interesting stat, talking about how Messi, best player in the World Cup, all this. He hasn't scored a goal against a top 20 team in the World Cup. Yes, he's had assists, but Ronaldo has more goals against a top 20 team. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right, and speaking of top 20 teams, Argentina just hasn't gone against those top 20 teams. That's why
Yeah, they've gone
I
against England.
find
That's
it.
really it.
They went against England, and I blinked, and somehow England lost after leading for so much of that time. And then they get to 85th.
85th and 93rd, 92nd minute, they scored both goals.
Insane. Insane.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, I was
England.
about to call it because even momentum wise, towards the 75th, 80th is when things started to go downhill. But up for
Yeah,
those
you don't
first
park the
75,
bus.
80, the momentum was just completely England. It didn't look like when you have these 1-0 games, but really it's a bigger lead than what the score is saying. It was
Yeah.
one of those games. And then out of nowhere, and I think it's a tacticality thing with the way that Argentina runs their what we call in football a 2-minute drill, I guess a 10-minute drill for them, is is the way that they I don't know what it's the stamina, I guess,
Your
the
endurance,
way
the
that
way you
they yeah,
practice,
I
it's the
guess
way they
it's
want
the
you to
endurance
win.
and stamina, as Bodhi said, to their advantage. And catch the opponents off guard, which is what they've done every single game of this elimination bracket. So we'll see how it goes again. The I think if there was anyone who defensively has what it takes, it's got to be Spain, and that's why I have them taking this win.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can't like just have endurance. That's something you practice. I mean, you see it out of Argentina all tournament, even with the refs' help. But that's something you practice. I mean, my friend, he plays soccer. He's always like, "Yeah, my stamina. You need stamina for soccer. Like, you can't just be quitting. It's down to last minute because one mistake could cost you like a goal, which
it could
is
cost
gonna
you two
happen tomorrow.
goals.
It costs
Because
two
as
goals,
we've
costs you
seen
three. It's
in
gonna
the
happen.
Mexico England game, Jude Bellingham headers in one, headers in another in 2 minutes. We saw Mbappe last year in the last World Cup. He scored two goals in the 78th and 81st minute, and he ties the game and keeps his country alive. So I think one mistake can really do a whole entire game and just get everything against you. Because in basketball, if you make one mistake, oh, it's 3 points, like blah blah blah. One mistake in football, it's a turnover, it's a touchdown. But in soccer, one goal, it's everything. Viewers at home, if you could subscribe, it would be much appreciated. That's all today. I'm your host Henry Abler with my co-host Bodhi Taft and Aman Akhtar. Thank you for watching, and bye.